All right, y'all. Here we are going back the way we started doing things, sort of. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, we got I want that focus. Yeah, there we go. We got this phone recording. It's only in DVD quality. I'm hoping it'll last a while. We're pretty much out here where we used to set things up. Over here we got the strobe lights going. Brendan has just clicked on at the same time that I clicked on the camera. Huh. You didn't do that, did you, Brendan?
What? Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Quit trying to fool me, buddy. Brendan trying to make it look like a Bigfoot came through here. So we got the directional mic here. It's recording. We, like I say, strobe lights over there. We're going, oops, let me turn this off. We're going old school again, just like we started out doing out here in this area. We are going to leave the GoPro on the truck, though, in the back of the truck. We'll show you that here in just a minute. So we'll be back to you in a minute, guys.
Talk about the coat.
Oh, yeah. And Brendan hung one of his, this is a coat he wears at work, and he works in a kitchen there at the casino. So it smells nice and food-like. Food of cooking and stuff. So we're
food on it and shit.
Oh yeah, it's even got food particles on it. Let's see. Yeah, this might show up some of those.
Right here.
Oh, yep, look at there. Yep. Yep. Boy, they're glowing. Yep, look at there.
That's fucking disgusting as hell.
So all right, y'all. We'll be back to you here in a minute. We'll show you what we're doing at the truck, and then we're gonna go out in the middle of the field and sit. Bigfoot hunting. All right, hey y'all. Okay, I forgot when we got back out to the truck to film video showing exactly how they had the GoPro set up in the bed of his truck there. What we did was Brendan has a truck bed cover. It's made out of a not tarp material. It's a real, it's a thicker, tougher material, but it's not hard plastic or whatever. It's actually a type of material cover. So it's a soft bed cover. Anyway, it rolls down and connects there in the back. And so he left that back. So that's covering the top of the bed of the truck. So if anything came over and looked in, it couldn't see it down in there. And we put it on the side of the truck that was facing the woods, because as I'll show you in just a moment how we pulled in there, and I'll show you even the area for those new to our videos here. But like I said, it's the GoPro and the battery operated security light is set there in the corner, wood side corner of the bed of the truck, facing out towards the field basically. So in hopes that anything came around, bam, get caught like we've been trying to do. So okay, guys, here's the view. For all of you who are new to the channel, this is a view of our research area from, of course, Google Earth here, and what it is. That we research over it's the hill right behind our house. We go down to the back of our field, cross the creek, go across one field, and the second field is right here, what you're seeing in this picture. Now, as you notice from the diagram, I have the Motorola phone that we use to record video with in the woods, as you saw in the previous video here. It's set. Those are just approximate locations. You can see there where we have the directional mic, the strobe light set up. And like I was saying about Brendan's truck, see, we pulled the front end just straight in there into that little alcove there between that little group of trees that's sort of right there in the field, and then there's about a 20-foot space or span there from those little trees to the wood line where we go in and set up our stuff there in our research area. And so that was what I was trying to show you, is that as the truck is pointed, the front end is pointed like towards the woods there, the back end is out towards the field. And it was in that, if you're looking at the back of the truck, it'd be the left corner of the truck bed. It's where we set up the GoPro there and the battery operated security light. Also highlighted there the railroad tracks and where we were located that night in relation to where the truck was, and everything was set up in the woods. So let me go ahead at this point. I've got a little bit of video I'll show you of us standing behind the truck and the GoPro capturing that footage. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. Yeah, so you go ahead and go, and I'll stand over here with my light shining here, so it looks like, I'll get out of the way of that thing, because I can't tell. thought I heard something over there, but... All right, as you can see there, anything that would have came in behind the truck, that camera would have picked it up. I did notice, though, well, of course, after I got home and reviewed the footage, I should have tilted the spotlight up just a little bit because it was kind of pointing down more towards the bed. You know, we'll know next time because we're definitely going to do this again based upon the things that we got tonight, or that night, recorded. Guys, after, you know, months of really getting not much at all recorded, wow, we got a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, not a lot of stuff, but I mean, we had some very interesting things and exciting things happening. I'm very excited and to bring this video to you guys tonight after, like I said, not a whole lot happening. So let's go ahead, and what I want to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the GoPro footage, and I'll show you what that captured here. It's pretty interesting. And unfortunately, when Brendan and I came back across the field that night, we didn't really inspect his truck too much. We looked at it, we didn't see anything, and we should have paid a lot more attention. Let me go ahead and, as you can see, this is a breakdown of all 4 video files that the GoPro recorded. And if you're not familiar with GoPro cameras, when you turn them on and let them record, they do not just record one long video file. It breaks it down into smaller files. So as you can see here, we have 4 different files. Each video file I have listed for the time that it recorded. And then underneath that, you'll see the things that I caught during that recording time. So let's go ahead now and let's go ahead and listen to the first one here. All right, when I first heard this, you know, I was like, huh, what in the world was that, you know? Because as you see, it happened towards the end of the first video recording there by the GoPro. So as I was listening through, let's see, it looks like it came in, okay, that was at 12 minutes in out of 20 minutes and 27 seconds. So now we're going to go to the second video file, and at 1 minute and 59 seconds in, as you can see here, we hear another something hitting the truck. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that right now. Now, as you can hear, this second time the truck was hit, it was a thump thump. You know, now that tells me, I mean, it almost sounds like something open palm, you know, slap slap, you know. So I don't know, you guys, you know, tell me what you guys think about that. But I mean, I really honestly think that we did have a squatch out here now at this point hitting the truck. As you'll see in a little while from what the camera in the woods, the Motorola phone that was recording video in the woods, what it captured, you'll see that they were out in the woods when, you know, while we were out there setting up. I'm positive, which we'll get to that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead now, because that second sound now, the second hit was a little different. Let's listen to the third one, because it's a little different too, as you can see in the analysis or the breakdown of the videos. Okay, as you can see, this third sound now sounded a little different too. It was almost like, I don't know, the best thing what I heard I thought of something like a door knocker or something. If you lift it up and just let it drop, you know how it hits and then bounces and hits again. That's kind of what that sounded like to me. Now, the fourth sound was actually a little interesting, a little more interesting maybe, in the fact that I had made a low howl while we were out in the field there. And, you know, at our position, I made a low howl, and then it's not like right after my howl. As you'll hear, it's just a few seconds later, but then there's another hit on the truck. And I was just wondering now, is this a response to my howl? All right, now the fifth sound is not something hitting the truck, but it sounds like something moving around the truck, and this is the first time I heard this, so I'm not sure if it was something maybe in the woods, moving out of the woods, or out there by the truck moving into the woods, or what, because out around the truck was nothing but grass, or maybe it ran into, you know, it stepped on a stick or something, I don't know, but anyway, this is the first time I heard something, or what sounded like something moving around the truck, so let's take a listen to that. Okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do here now is the next four sounds are pretty much just something hitting the truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just combine. I'm just going to put each hit together and just play all of the next 4 hits for you back to back and let you hear those. One thing I did want to mention now, this was on Monday night is when we were back there. It was, and let's see, so it was Monday night on the 19th, October 19th, and there was actually I think it was a grade school football game going on at the school right up here, which is just a little ways from my house, not even a mile away from my house, well, maybe a mile, but just right up there, and there was a lot of noise going on from the stadium there. There's actually even if you listen to the whole recordings, you can hear where the band's playing. You can hear the announcer, you can hear the crowds cheering, things like that. Now, whether that had any impact on what was going on with us out here tonight, because the game had been going on before we went back there, so that could have had, maybe that drew them over this way. I'm not really sure. I just thought, though, I'd mention that because I forgot to mention it earlier. So, like I said, let's go ahead, and I'm just going to put the next 4 sounds for the next 2 video files, video file 3 and video file 4. I'm just going to play those for you back to back, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the video file from the Motorola phone that I had hanging in the tree. So, let's go ahead now and we'll listen to the last 4 sounds that the GoPro recorded before it died. All right, you guys. Yep, you're reading that list correctly. So I guess, all right, the 3 rock clacks, the first sound you're going to hear here, that happened right after we left the woods, just like in a video that we had last year, I believe, or year before. I can't remember. I should have looked it up. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to the video. Either I'll make a clickable link here on the video that you'll see pop up here in just a second. I also put it down in the description. The video title was Bigfoot was near us as we set up, ? Because it was like this exact same thing happened. As soon as we left out of the woods, we heard a clack, 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 3 quick rock clacks. So let's go ahead and let's take a listen to that now. And I also have this from the directional mic because it also picked up these rock clack sounds. So let's go ahead and listen to it from the directional mic. And yes, this is the one that I was referring to as when I said you are reading that list correct. This I've never heard before. We've never captured anything like this. I don't know what it was. It does sound like a child making some type of vocalization. It almost sounds female to me. I don't know. I mean, that right there is, there's you some proof that, this isn't people out here doing this, because you know good and well there was no little kid out here in the middle of the night. Well, not middle of the night, but, after dark in the middle of these woods out here. So, yeah, this one stumped me. I could not believe it when I heard this. So let's just go ahead and listen to it. You guys tell me what you think. And now from the directional mic as well. All right, after listening to those 2 there as I was editing, I realized something that I didn't realize before, but whatever this was making this noise is closer to the GoPro, or not the GoPro, but the Motorola phone hanging in the tree than it is the directional mic. Now, if this is some type of animal or something making this noise, you guys, I don't know what it is. I mean, to me, like I said, it almost sounds like it's saying, "Daddy," that's what it sounds like. But nahi, I don't know. I mean, you guys got me. That just kind of tripped me out a little bit when I heard that. So let's go ahead now and we'll let's take a look at what the next sound we got coming up. Oh yeah, that's now this is what's weird. Now I heard this on the Motorola phone, but I didn't catch this on the directional mic. What it sounded like to me was, and it was loud enough on the Motorola phone. I don't understand why it didn't come through on the directional mic, but I didn't hear it. But it sounded to me like a wood knock, and then there's some type of weird vocalization. It's at quite of a distance though, so I don't know. Let's just go ahead and listen to it and see what you guys think here. All right, y'all. After playing this through the editor as I was trying to trim the video down and find that wood knock and vocalization sound that I heard while I was listening to the raw video. It was hard for me to hear, y'all, so y'all may have to definitely wear some headphones and turn it up a little bit on that one because I didn't realize it was so low. But I have, my computer's hooked to my surround sound system, so, I have all that and a subwoofer going to power the sound, but I realized now as it was playing through the editor that it's not that loud, so that one's hard to hear, you guys, and I couldn't even hear the vocalization that I heard when playing the raw file, so you can hear the wood knock sound, though, if you, like I say, maybe put on headphones and turn it up a little bit. Anyway, so let's see, next we just have, some limb breaking sounds. I'm just going to play all three of these back-to-back for you guys, too, because they do sound like they're pretty near the camera. Well, except the second one there, the several small limbs breaking in succession. That seems like it's a little ways off, but the small limb broken near camera, that's, like I said, that's near the camera, and the last one's near the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and play those all three for you in succession, and then we'll discuss one other thing that I noticed in the video. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, you guys, that was everything. That was pretty much all the sounds and stuff that I heard that were captured by the Motorola phone and the GoPro in the back of the truck. Motorola phone, of course, was in the woods. Now, the directional mic, I forgot until, just a while ago, I was thinking about it. The directional mic recorded for 2 hours and 2 minutes, both the GoPro and the Motorola phone. As you can see, it only, recorded for 1 hour and 28 minutes. So I might go ahead and finish listening to that. If there's anything else in that, I might throw it up in another, update video to this video. But one thing that the Motorola phone did catch, it was another thing that kind of tripped me out a little bit. I mean, at first it was normal. You see the wind start picking up, because you can see the camera moving, you can see the directional mic, the strobe light start bouncing up and down, and then all of a sudden I noticed, well, it looks like, oh, hey, look, you can see the moon coming through the tree, through the leaves and stuff in the trees there. But over the course of watching it for as long as you could see it there, it did some pretty weird stuff. At one point, you see where the moon, or what I'm thinking is the moon, is that it's at the top of my screen here. It's down from the top of my screen, maybe an inch or so. Well, during about a 10-minute period there, it jumps from being from this position down another inch, and what it does, it creates some really cool optical illusions. I don't know, because it had me wondering there for a minute if this wasn't something in, some sort of weird light up in the treetops. It's just really weird. And if it is the moon, it actually even at one point looks bigger than what you see on the GoPro here. It's like where you see me talking here, that's the moon up there in the upper right-hand corner. And you can see about how big it looks from the GoPro. Well, in this video, and now the GoPro has a different lens. Now, of course, this is a telephone, and it's got just the regular old telephone video recording lens. But I wouldn't think there'd be that much of a difference, because it looks like the moon grows about 3 times bigger than what it shows here on the, from the GoPro. I don't know. It's just weird, you guys. What I'm going to do is it was about almost 30 minutes, probably a close 30 minutes worth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in here, and I'm going to fast forward it, speed it up so it goes by really fast in a time lapse, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So that's going to wrap us up, you guys. As always, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you for liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, liking us on Facebook, following us on our Twitter account. And if you can help us out, that's great. We don't have a lot of money, so we could really use some more equipment. If not, I understand. We'll just keep using what we got. But I just wanted to mention that, guys. So thank you so much again. Really appreciate you. And we love you all. And we'll see you next time. Bigfoot hunting.